The next pitfall is the poor timing of calls. Now, the thing is, when you are actually making telephone calls, they can sometimes be seen as inappropriate, inconvenience, etc. So therefore, what you actually need to be able to do is actually reduce that. Now, the way that I actually would reduce that is use a CRM system to make sure that you can actually then diarise your calls at the appropriate times that you're actually the appropriate times that your potential client is there. And again, when I would selling training courses, I used to want to speak to managing directors, and I used to always call at 6 o'clock on an evening. The reason being the receptionist had actually gone home, and you tend to find that the managing director or one of the directors was actually working late and would always answer the telephone. And so therefore, if you actually do want to speak to managing directors or business owners, then calling just slightly out of time, say like 8:30 in the morning or 6:45, 6 o'clock on an evening, that can be a really good time to actually do a call, a call to get the people engaged with you. And again, it's, oh, you're working late tonight. Oh, so am I. I just thought I'd make this last call to try and get in contact with you. And it's that having that knowledge, that prompt that you actually use from your CRM to know what time to actually make that telephone call. The next one is using the same script. Using the same script can sound ever so robotic. It can be, have you ever, I mean, as a salesperson, or have you on the receiving end of a telephone call, have you ever heard somebody turn around and say, oh, hello, how's your day going? And you know, they don't know you from Adam. They don't know you at all. So therefore, and it sounds robotic. It sounds as if they've said that 10 times over. So therefore, you want to make your calls personal. You actually want to make them more personalized. So therefore, you're not just turning around and saying, hello, I want to speak to, can I speak to? And how's your day? Yeah, it can sound very robotic, very samey, especially if if people are saying it to you day in, day out. So make a little bit of a challenge by, again, coming up with different scripts, alternative scripts that are more natural. That means that it can be more effective. And again, using an AI prompt, act as my sales manager and analyze the website, and then provide me with 2 calling scripts in the style of, I've put there Brian Tracy. Brian Tracy is a very is an American salesperson, and it is absolute fantastic. But do you know what? If you actually want to get another script in the style of Tony Robbins, might be somebody that you really want to actually tap into. Brian, there's also Donald Miller. Again, he's a very good salesperson, sales trainer. But again, if you have a little play with it, if you want to, in the style of your favorite politician, I don't know. But if you actually want to play with the prompt, you can do. And it can actually be a nice training prompt for you to actually keep your conversation light, keep your conversation professional, but also it can then be a good training prompt for you to actually create different styles of cold calling scripts. So that's again where AI can actually help. So again, I've come up with another script, and this can be preparing for a live call. Previous one can actually be coming up, can be creating a training, whereas this could actually be a live call. Again, act as your sales manager and then analyze the website, see if there's any products or services that are listed, features or benefits. So again, you're getting to know the actual prospects, and then come up with a couple of sales calls that you might then feel more comfortable with. So it just gives you that little bit of a It gives you that little bit more of a confidence boost to be able to then make that telephone call. And again, it doesn't have to be robot. It can actually be fun. It can be tailored towards the client as well. The next is pitfall is number 6 is ignoring customers' requests. Again, not capturing information, whether it's then putting it onto the CRM system, you're missing opportunities if you don't actually send information. So, for example, have you ever been on a telephone call? You've turned around and said, well, I'm not... is it possible that you can send me more information? Either send it on an email, on the post, in the post, or even WhatsApp. What you can then do is then be more interactive with that customer. But if you fail to actually send information, you're losing potential, you're losing trust, you're losing that trust that you've actually built up with that particular prospect. So therefore, whatever you do actually follow up with customers. Make sure that you do actually follow up with customers when they actually ask you to send information. Or again, if they turn around and says, well, I can't actually speak to you this week, can you give me a ring next Thursday at 4 o'clock? So you'll make sure that you actually put it in your CRM system and then take action to diarise it 5-10 minutes before, so that you're then calling them at that particular time. That builds up trust with that person. It means that you're trustworthy and you do what you say, that you do what you say you're going to do. So therefore, it builds up that relationship and it makes a stronger relationship.